welcome back to Book Talking, where I help you find your next read. My name is Lauren, and this week I have a special edition of Book Talking for middle grade readers, that's roughly between the ages of 8 and 12 years old, who are looking for some fantasy reads. So these picks are for you. First up this week we have Oversea Under Stone by Susan Cooper. The Drew family is spending a month's vacation in Cornwall with great Uncle Mary at the Grey House. The three Drew siblings, Simon, Jane, and Barney, go on an adventure through the house the day after their arrival because it's raining and they don't want to get bored. They discover a hidden door. They climb up the ladder behind the door and find they're in the attic. And in the attic there's all kinds of stuff. Some of it's just old furniture, but they also discover a very old treasure map that might have something to do with King Arthur and his knights. And now it's a race against time to solve the mystery of the clues hidden in the map and find the treasure before bad guys get to it first. This is from the Dark is Rising series. It's the first book in the series, and while some of the language and references are a bit dated, it's still a thrilling adventure story with Celtic mythology. If you like fantasy Arthurian stories about good and evil and magical quests, like Merlin's Dragon by T.A. Barron, check out Oversea Under Stone. Next up we have Dragon Pearl by Yoon Ha Lee. Min is 13 and lives on the dusty planet Jinju. She comes from a long line of fox spirits, meaning she can do fox magic like charm and shape-shifting, but her mother insists that Min can't use her powers, so she appears human and remains safe. But Min dreams of leaving Jinju. She wants to join her brother who's in the space forces and travel. Then Min learns that her brother Jun has been accused of leaving his post to go in search of the Dragon Pearl, a mystical object that is said to have enormous power. But that doesn't sound like something her brother would do, so Min is going on a quest to find her brother and clear his name. This book is action-packed and adventurous. There are space battles, pirates, dragons, ghosts, and Korean folklore. If you like magical fantasy stories with spirited main characters like The Serpent's Secret by Sayantani Dasgupta, give Dragon Pearl a try. Our third book this week is Tuesdays at the Castle by Jessica Day George. So Princess Seely lives in a very unique castle. On Tuesdays, the castle changes by adding a new room or sometimes an entire new wing. And nobody seems to really keep track of all these changes except for Seely, who maps them out. Seely and her siblings use her map and get some help from Castle Glower, which is like a character in itself, to track down her parents and save the kingdom. This is a really clever story, part of the Castle Glower series, and it's amazing how the castle has its own knowledge and feelings without actually speaking. This is also a funny and fast-paced read, and I love how Seely is a wonderful and feisty character. For fans of suspenseful fantasy stories like The Unicorn Quest by Camilla Banco, check out Tuesdays at the Castle. Next up we have The 12 by Cindy Lin. So Usagi was born in the year of the Wood Rabbit, which has given her incredible zodiac powers. Unfortunately, she must keep her and her sister's powers a secret. This is because the Dragon Lord hunts down anyone with zodiac powers, including their parents. When her sister is captured, Usagi narrowly escapes with the help of the heirs of the 12, who claim they've inherited powers of skilled warriors of the past who used to protect the land. To save her sister, Usagi must train and hone her rabbit skills and be courageous as she takes on warriors and even the Dragon Lord himself. This story combines elements from East Asian cultures to create a heroic, heartfelt adventure story with some twists along the way. This is perfect for fans of the Pandava series by Roshani Chokshi, including Arusha and the End of Time. This is The 12. Last but not least for this week, we have Gregor the Overlander by Suzanne Collins. So Gregor and his sister fall through a laundry chute in their apartment building, which leads to Underland, a place beneath New York City where large spiders, rats, and cockroaches coexist with human beings. But this is no accident. Gregor has been brought to this place to fulfill a prophecy, to settle growing unrest, and to solve the mystery of his father's disappearance. This sci-fi fantasy is perfect for fans of underground worlds like The City of Ember by Jean Duprow. You may recognize the author's name. She wrote the Hunger Games trilogy, and if you're looking for something more age-appropriate for middle grade readers, you can check out the Underland series. This is Gregor the Overlander. Thank you so much for joining me this week. You can find all of these amazing middle grade fantasy books and so much more at Aurora Public Library. Happy reading!